Alright, y'all. So this is another change of speed on my page. This was a request by one of my subscribers, so I'm going to talk about it very quick. So it's the difference between how I look this prep at this time versus my last prep. So my last prep, I was coming off of a bulk and recomp season. I was right at the marker I wanted to be, under 225. I was like 220, 222, something around there. I don't really remember too much, but let me put my seatbelt on. Oh, they put CBS over here. Sorry, I'm back at home. They changed a lot since I've been here. This was a gas station? I don't know. So yeah, the difference between this prep versus the last one, I was coming off the bulk recomp season, and I overall didn't have the muscle maturity that I thought I would. Like, my muscle maturity, like, I gained a lot of size. Like, if it wasn't for my training with my coach, being on a correct meal plan, according to my blood work, according to my blood type and all that stuff, I wouldn't be where I was at. And yes, blood work's important, and not just for non-natural people, because when you're natty and you're checking your blood work, a lot of stuff gets exposed. High blood pressure, all the stuff that you don't see. I have high blood pressure that runs in my family, so it's important for me to check, especially during bulk season, during recomp, and cutting season when I'm up in my salt right before my show during prep. So that is why I check blood work. But anyways, long story short, without my coach, I wouldn't have really put on that size, because I felt like not only did I get newbie gains, but I also was getting muscle memory because I was gone for 2 years. But the thing with that is it changed up a lot, because I was basically coming back into training, but I was also doing hybrid training. I was coming back into lifting, but I was also mainly doing hybrid training. So I wasn't really bodybuilding until I actually got to my coach and was like, I want to train my back and get back into fully just bodybuilding. I'm gonna do a show and stuff. So that was the main thing. But anyways, that's not really the point. The point of this video is talking about the difference between how I looked my first prep versus this one. And at 9 weeks out, I was holding a lot more water. Poses, I couldn't really show the best parts of my physique with my poses. My legs were not dry. This time around, my legs are a lot more drier than what they were. And that is due to a few things. One is due to already cutting low for body fat for the show, the first show. But then on top of that, I noticed the bike has really dried out my legs, hence why I'm doing 10 miles on the bike every leg day. It's kind of like Tom Platz. That was one of his things. He would hop on the bike after. So I'm upping it to an hour. So it's not going to just stay 10 miles. Once I get back to Vegas, it's an hour of cardio. But yeah, no, that was one thing we noticed has really helped my legs this prep versus the last prep, because I didn't really start doing the bike towards the end, when I was getting really tired, fatigue. Where this time around, I'm starting my prep with it, and it has made a huge difference on my quads, dryness, and on my hamstrings, and on my calves. So this is what will stay in my prep for my whole career, is doing the bike. And my body responds to it probably because my athletic background. Running, all those miles, biking, I was doing biking when I was boxing, basketball, like all those stuff. My legs are used to high performance, high volume and everything. So add that on top of my leg days, that probably is the reason why my legs are getting so dry. Which is going to be good, right? Because the main thing for this prep was to not only keep my back, keep my arms, and keep my shoulders, but dry out my quads. And it is doing just that. So yeah, no, the main big differences between this prep and the last prep is, one, how my physique looks. I don't know what this car is doing right here. One, how my physique looks now, as far as waist a little bit smaller, My quads are drier, calves have a little bit more size to them. They're drier as well. Hamstrings are drier. My back has grown. Shoulders have a little bit more cap to them. Arms are relatively a little bit bigger. So there's been a lot of improvements this time around compared to the first one. And you can see the muscle maturity is a huge difference between the first prep and this prep. And there's gonna be pictures up on this video. So if I haven't put them up already when I edit this video, you will see them in a minute. But yeah, no, I definitely am enjoying this prep season. The training style is different. There wasn't really too many like heavy focused back days. It was just back. It was just like, you know, the muscle groups were training. Like we really locked in to making sure like my back days were heavy, making sure my arms are really focused in on. We're also making sure that my quads training style is different, slowing down the reps on my quads to really hit the intermuscular water so that way it could dry out more. So there's a lot of things and changes that has been made. And again, just posing. Like look at the difference between my side chest during 9 weeks out back then versus now. And it's a huge difference. Just being able to display my physique better. Hitting poses a lot more comfortable. I think what really helped me with that too is just, to be honest, it's just not only just training poses every day, but really just the confidence booster of getting best poser. I know they give that to like second place or whatever sometimes, but the fact that I got best poser on my show means a lot. When I say second place, I mean second overall, because again, I got second overall. I won all my classes, but got second overall on my first show with best poser. And even that people on their first show usually doesn't get that, so the fact that I was able to get that on my first show, you know, shows me that I could compete this next one, especially with this package I feel like I'm going to bring. The vacuum now is better. I was training vacuums but not as consistent. Now I'm really locking in with vacuums, hence I need to do them more. Since I've been out here, I've definitely slacked a little bit. But yeah, everything has been coming together a lot better. Like I'm starting to really look like a classic, like I already look like classic physique, right? Because when you look for classic physique, you look for size, you look for dryness, and you look for like an athletic look. That is what classic physique looks like. Tight waist. I brought that, but now I feel like I'm bringing it even better this time around. So yeah, we're gonna see how this goes, but this for the most part is this is what my so that's like the little updates and progress and little changes my body has made. I'm about to go home, eat some sweet potatoes and ground beef, so I'm not too far off from my meal plan, besides the fact that I've had like some cupcakes and some sweets and all that stuff here and there. I still have been sticking to my regimen, and that's the main thing. So I appreciate you guys, you know, because I'm really just trying to motivate, build a community. Like I said, that's why I started my 12U program. I'm not going to talk too much about it. If you want to look more into that, just click the link on my page. And yeah, I'm really just starting to figure it out. Shout out to Gym Reapers for signing me. Shout out to Rule 1 for also signing me. So we're growing and we're going together, and I like the way this is growing. If you guys want discounts for any of those, you got 10% off on Gym Reapers. You got 15% off on Rule 1. So all you guys got to do is just tap into those links and yeah, come join the community. And if you guys are on Instagram, go to my IG and then also join my channel there, where that is also a community of dog work. So yeah, thank you guys again. This is a road to pro. We're gonna see what package I can bring, see if I can pull in this IFBB Pro card on my first show, my first national show, and do it on one hit, and then we go from there. And you guys will see the updates and see and then you guys will see the surprise that my team and I have planned. as far as the future. But we gotta start off with this first show, one show at a time. Can't talk about that until we get this done. So you guys already know what it is. Dog work. Woo! Stay tuned. We locking in.